Hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder, to a good old Soviet TV show. Or is it T5? It's the Soviet-captured premium Panther. And if you wonder where you can get this rarity, well, currently there are 21 for sale on the marketplace. At this point in time, the cheapest is for sale for a mere 82 Gaijin coins. While this is a nice tank and a cool premium, it's not worth that much in my opinion. That out of the way, this is a pure gameplay video, but there are a few things that I want to ask you. First of all, what do you think about the new thumbnail style? Again, thanks for Syphon Signal for looking at my old stuff and being like, nah, you can do better. And he just provided me with a few presets which were, from an artistic standpoint, really cool. Simple, straightforward, but still unique. That's just Syphon Signal, link in the video description down below if you wanna contact him, if you just want to ask him for doing the same. The thing is though, I am also thinking about asking you to stop the video right now, get into the kitchen, get yourself a hot coffee or a tea, whatever your favorite hot drink is, and also a snack, because this battle's gonna take a while, and at the end you have to be the judge. Were I too passive? Was I too selfish? Did I not move up in time? Or was this everything that you can ask? Was I doing everything that you can ask from a single tank? Now, let me just clarify the situation. Again, this is our basis for a gameplay. This is Ash River, as you can see, and on the southern high plateau there is the single cap, and that is kind of the point of the video, because I am flanking. I am one of just a handful of tanks that are in the south trying to snipe, and yeah, I'm the only one in this awesome spot. And you can see I'm just constantly shooting. I am firing when ready, so to speak, providing my team also with artillery support to suppress kind of the sniping position of the enemy's team, etc, etc. And I'm also listening and looking for flankers that want to flank my team in the south. And so this is where then my team can concentrate at the task at hand, and that is the frontal fight for A. And also another side effect is I'm not just shooting enemy tanks into the side while they move up, but also some dangerous shooting into the side while they are in A. And this is now overpressure at its finest. Destroyed a Tiger E with the RT strike. Spoiler, it's not the last time in this battle that this happens. So, the question is, at which point do you move out of such a good position? Well, if Cass is after you, revenge Cass, and if somebody is flanking harder and you have to defend yourself, and that, I know that this is a wreck and it was towed with a tow rope, so this is as far as I could think. And that was a little bit of a big brain moment. I shot that enemy Panther, but I saw that his ammo rack was on fire. But having played so much top tier, I'm so used to blowout panels that the tank is not dead, that I shot anyway. Forgive me. Top tier makes you really mad in the brain. Cup of coffee. Ah, good. Anyway, so you can see that I'm in a rather relaxed state right now, and it is good, because I'm also playing to the strength of the tank. The tank has some weak spots around the turret, namely a shot trap, the commander's cupola, the turret ring, or the area below the gun mantlet. You know, they are relatively difficult to hit, but easier so at close quarters. And you can see from the bad reverse gear and from the slow traverse in neutral steering, this tank doesn't do very well in close quarters. This is why I want to stay at long ranges, or as long range as you can get on this map, which is somewhere between 600 and 700 meters. And that's the best case scenario. Another thing about the following scene, I'm playing on a 4K monitor on 4K resolution in the best possible settings, because this is actually on my old PC. Because this week was a little bit of a home office week for me, and well, this is not where my other high-end PC stands. And still, I have to hunt for pixels. It's hazy weather. I have no thermal imaging. It's behind trees. It's really pixel hunting. But that is kind of the old school charm of War Thunder, if you ask me. Some people like to rely on technology like stabilizers, autoloaders, and thermal imaging, etc., or auto login if they're in helicopters, etc. But I like it the old school way. I like to kill the tanks my way, with a good old APHE shell into the sides. Well, there we can see one of the downsides of the Panther's APHE BC round. Sometimes versus large targets like a Tiger 2, you don't take out the entire crew. It was in this case 3 out of the 6 crew members, and that tells me it's a Tiger 105. It's a tank with ultimate style. And again, a good penetration, and we knocked out the cannon breach. So he's forced to retreat. So we are now, what, 6.5 minutes into the video, 6 minutes into the gameplay, and this is not really outstanding gameplay. But again, it is effective. I claimed some kills, I support my team, and I want to do this furthermore. Now, there is a bit of a problem with this map. In my opinion, it's a good idea to have those various different levels. That makes a little bit the charm of this map. And I think that if it would be a bit more scaled up, then it would be great. Another RT strike kill, and then also a kill on the Panther D with the gun. Beautiful, isn't it? So you can see I'm lifting my weight here, and I'm not blaming here any of my teams, except the ones that were with me and overextended directly into the teeth of the enemy's spawn. That was unnecessary. There I saw the R3, but I can't really get the gun on it right now. And I'm also busy targeting here this Panther. And we knocked out the turret crew, so that makes it easier hopefully for my team to finish him off. And so now I have 2 targets at hand, and again, there is the R3, and we get the kill. Beautiful. Another kill. Another good, well, relief for my team. So, back to the map. It is a very awesome position that I'm here. I have hard cover, but I also have some ears that I put to good use, and I heard this tank, another one that just tried to flank harder, and he spots me, and before I could get the gun on it, he reversed. Now I'm taking my chances versus a Puma, and yep, disabled him, and now I have all the time in the world. Come on. Beautiful. So again, you can see such a light tank can actually do quite a lot of damage. He could scout, he could drop artillery strike on those scouted targets or our sniping position. And yeah, I'm in a curious spot right now. And he also can provide flanking fire. And as you can see with my gun, it can be quite effective. So now we can enjoy Gaijin's changes to the traction on steep inclination. Not a huge fan on this. This position also used to be better, in terms of that you could snipe into the C spot. Oh, the choice of traversing on a slope. This is bad. Oh, this is even bad to watch. I have to wiggle forwards and backwards through the gears to get some traverse done to then be able to drive up. It's a nice map idea, but the execution is Gaijin style. Anyway. I now killed 2 flankers, and sadly this little intermezzo with the Puma allowed potentially an enemy to go through, like this Panther. So we knocked him out, and before he can turn the commander's MG, we reload and kill him. 9 kills. That's quite something. Doesn't happen to me these days very often. And we go forwards. Again, I want to scout if anybody's there. And again, 2 of my teammates go for the enemy's spawn. Yeah, and just a split second too late, I take the shot. Yeah, that was the double ace so far denied. But we have a bit of time left, right? So, I'm not a fan of what those 2 tanks do, that they go for the enemy spawn while the objective is not captured. I could support them with, you know, long-range gunfire if they would go for it. And the enemy team is still pressing for it. And now they are capturing it. And I'm still trying to help them out. While they kill stuff, again, that is a bit of a point of discussion. Should you do it? Shouldn't you do it? And now I see an enemy tank, or at least a gun barrel, and they're capturing it. And there is nothing that I can do. Well, I could drop an arty strike, but at this distance, not quite sure if I could reach it effectively. And then the dispersion would be huge. And there's also enemy CAS on the way. Okay, and I waited for this moment. 1 shot. And that is kill number 10. So, Tiger 2. Maybe difficult to knock out if you hit the driver's port or the machine gun port, or when it's angled, but from the side, not so much. The geometry of that crew compartment allows it to be 1 shot, even with the rather small bursting charge of the Panther's APHE round. CBC round, that's correct, right. Again, we're now what, approaching 12 minutes of video? And so far, I haven't really moved that far. But again, 10 kills. And some of the better ones. And again, now of my team's enemy spawn chargers, only 1 is now remaining. Overall, I think there were like 5 or 7 tanks that wasted themselves in this unnecessary push. I know that kills are important. Kills pay bills, there is only 1 cap, etc. But it's one of those discussion points from a tactical standpoint, because those are spawn points at the end of the day. Those are, you know, portions of your lineup that get wasted like this for no good use. 1 brave tank is actually decapping A now, and I intend to support him. But yeah, there is the DO 335, and those 30mm with the HVAP rounds, they are nasty. Okay, finally I get the kill assist, number 3, this time on the Tiger 105. If you remember, that was the one that I put 2 shells into. And we drop another RT strike, let's hope for the best. And we have the cap. So, it's looking good, right? There is 1 tank that is, for all intents and purposes, if you look at the good side, distracting the enemy tanks. And yeah, as I said it, a Ferdinand took care of the Jumbo. Like, that is a fight a Jumbo doesn't want to take. But yeah, let's hope that we can retaliate on this Ferdinand, or hopefully when he moves up, then again shoot it into the side. The Ferdinand in this aspect would be a really easy tank to deal with. You immobilize him either by hitting the engine or the driver, and then you can take care of the rest of the tank with a few good shots into the crew compartment. Yeah, that DO 335 is not crashing into the ground like usual, and that while I look like a German tank, I don't have a blue marking on top of this, and if I killed this guy, he should know that I'm here if he looks onto the kill camera. But again, you can see that this is the moment. Should I get out of this position or should I be patient? I decide that I'm patient and do a little bit of what I love to call frontline camping. I am camping, I'm sniping, but I'm directly supporting the objective. There are many people that go into, hey, what is that on the minimap? Yeah, I was distracted by that shot. Maybe that gave my position away, and yeah, he's pulling up quite significantly to get some shots on top of me. But the CIS-43 took care of him. Okay. And now I see the ping on the map and think to myself, this can't be true. Checking out the positions. Can I see it? No, I can't. And this is the case. Despite me being here, this guy managed to sneak, by. I have no idea how. Was he going like to my left right now, this position, or was he flanking wide on the A line? I have no idea. Can't tell you. And now I rush back into position and try to deal with him. Although now so many tanks are taking care of him. He gets hit, he gets marked, he's spotted because he is in the spawn area, and the whirlwind got dealt with. So he disappears from the minimap, he's dead, and I'm like, damn, that could have been another kill. Yeah, damn wall, it's your fault. So, again, it's at this point the end game, so to speak. I am at the top of my leaderboard. I have 10 kills, didn't die, and supported my team, in my opinion. Even 2 cool kills with RT. We also have the cap, but now, yeah, the last tank that directly protects A has been killed by a tiger, and this is not good. And so I'm thinking to myself, I now have to defend A. Again, drop another RT strike on the sniping position. There is always somebody. There is always somebody. You can rely on it. Every time you drop like with a P8 a bomb there is always somebody. It's just like one of those magical spots. Now at this point, I decide, let's get a bit closer into the fight. Let's try to close the distance. Because my spider senses are tingling. But there is not that much team left. The last team in the south just got killed right now. And I failed to realize it at the time when I played it, right? Because I was concentrating my vigilance upon... What did that come from? I have no idea. But I keep on driving because that seems to come from the sniper hill. And I want to get under their guns. Or gun, whatever. So, and now A gets decapped, and it's just that moment where I probably could engage the enemy from the old sniping spot, from where I was on the 2/3 line. So that is a bit of bad timing, but hey, this is War Thunder. Then our CIS-43, which previously so heroically destroyed the Do 335, now killed one of our P-47s. Guys, we need to report this on Reddit. We clearly need to. Anyway, then I decide to go back to my old position, or rather into the central position, and I smoked up with those smoke launchers. They are a great feature on the Tiger 2s and the Panthers, and I am looking for those shots. Is that an enemy tank? Ah, there is another Tiger, and let's repeat, one shot. Good stuff. That is kill number 11. Finally, again, some action, right? But I think there is another tank. Now, overall, I have 4 other teammates remaining. There is 1 enemy in A, and now the enemies have A. But what to do now? What to do now? Because we have still the points advantage. We still have some time left. But can my team deal with the enemies? The Nashorn now killed the M19, and I just missed him. Funny that he also has this sparkly decoration that also helped me spotting him a little bit. But anyway, I hope for the power of my RT strike. And there are so many tank wrecks. Yeah, he has now kind of escaped, and I don't see him anymore. I saw him wander by, but I wondered if that in the background was actually a little bit of a tank, but it wasn't. But again, we then kind of at least mark something with the RT strike, so that seems to be at least 2 enemies in the cap. Seems to be Sadly not the Nashorn, because the Nashorn's armor is really thin and is really easy to destroy via RT Strike. I had so much luck previously by killing with the RT Strike a Tiger and a Panther, but then when you drop it on a Nashorn, no luck. And it's this point where I decide, okay, I need to push, I need to go through the enemy spawn. This is again why the map is good in its idea, but not so good in its execution. There is only one path to the southern capture point, and that is, you know, from our spawn to the objective. Flanking around, if you want to go from the other side, you need to go through their spawn. I doubt that this was the plan from my previous teammates, or I don't know how many it were overall, 6, 7, 8, something like that. And now the tickets are bleeding down more rapidly. So at this moment, it dawns on me: was this too late? Oh, thank you, Server Hamster, much appreciated. Was this too late? Have I slept too long? Have I been too passive? Now the problem is, I'm now spotted on the minimap for the enemy team, and I look like one of the fools from previous. But Jagdpanzer 4-5, my arch nemesis, and just before I can snipe him, he snipes me, and that's also my gun breach knocked out. So again, I use here the last smoke charges, and I know that he wants to charge me, and I need to kind of hide, but I'm still marked on the minimap. So I want to hopefully get there and wedge myself up on this cliff, so that when he comes after me, he doesn't have an initial shot. Just wanting to wait out the map, just to at least survive the match. And here he comes, but just a little too late. And that was kind of a bitter defeat, right? That was just exactly what I hoped to avoid. And that after 20 minutes plus of gameplay. And still, I get a whopping 13,000 RP and 83,000 civilians. So that would have been two-thirds more civilians, so in the region of 150,000. And yeah, over 26,000 RP, nearly 30,000 if I would have won this match. But it is what it is. I got the mark of distinction after quite a while, and that was a good Russian drama TV show. That's it for me today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Again, let me know in the comment section what you think about the game, how I played it, if this was the best that I could do, what should I have done differently, and also what, well, in general, what you would have done. What do you think that this tank is actually worth on the marketplace, aside from its ludicrous price of 82 Gaijin coins? And again, let me know what you think about the thumbnail style. And that's it for me today, so thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Please give this video a like if it did, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other on the ways in the skies and on the battlefields of War Thunder.